Good day. Welcome to this X-Celerate webinar series. My name is Jessica Novan Prince, and today I will be introducing you to AVEVA's mobile operator rounds. When you think about APM, it's important to understand why our production assets and equipment fail in the first place, or whether or not this can be prevented. There's a lot of reasons why our equipment fail, but at the end of the day, it's really about not having an optimal maintenance strategy in place for equipment. We can see here how AVEVA's APM portfolio is continuing its acceleration to provide an integrated experience through digital twin as an enabler for data openness that drives customer outcomes. The foundation is provided by agnostic capability to access and manage all the information sources from clients' existing technologies on the plant as input for the digital twin, supported by powerful and proven APM applications across the asset lifecycle and operational value chain. First, setting the right asset strategy to optimize risk, cost, and performance towards a company's targets and to manage regulatory compliance. Second, a large portfolio of analytics providing the right insight into asset health to match asset criticality impacts on the company's targets. Thirdly, our prescriptive capabilities enabled by AVEVA's asset library as a digital link between the knowledge share and customers' best practices that can be leveraged by the connected worker to AVEVA's digital asset maintenance solutions for more sustainable operations. In this full APM picture, AVEVA Connect's cloud portal is the fast track that will boost our solution delivery to customer targets. Now let's zoom into AVEVA's mobile operator rounds and looking at the execute portion or execute pillar of AVEVA's asset performance management. And we see in turn how it will improve safety and efficiency of your workforce. You might have is why digitize your work procedures. The first issue we meet is what we call the LPF syndrome. Paperwork is collected from your field workers. It's often lost. If it is not lost, it will be piled in a corner or on someone's desk. And if it's not sitting on somebody's desk, it might be occasionally filed. The second issue we come across is that of compliance. Many preventative maintenance procedures exist outside of your CMMS systems and will provide no real-time visibility across your organization. We are expected to ensure regulatory inspections are scheduled and executed appropriately, and that we can provide an audit trail and reporting on these regulatory requirements. That hopefully this will lead to an awareness of any developing issues. Without this, we are limiting our awareness to possible health and safety incidents. Mobile Operator helps companies enable that cultural change and those best practices that drive reliability on the front line for maintenance teams. It helps improve plant reliability, safety, and profitability, and also helps companies maximize their return on asset investment. It ensures that workers execute all field tasks required to achieve reliable operations and maintenance across all the company's locations, shifts, and employees. So you can obtain that uniformity in work execution. It's a step companies can take to help prevent catastrophic critical asset failure. And when we think about the solution from an operator's perspective, and all the information they need to have in their heads or written down on a piece of paper to perform the multitude of maintenance tasks they need to perform, and to keep the lines up and running, it's quite a lot of information. Isn't it much easier to store that information digitally and to deliver it to the operators as needed in real time? Not to mention keeping up with the procedural changes across several different plant locations. To give you some idea of how impactful a mobile operator round solution can be, our customers have seen significant improvement in their operations from the solution. Asset uptime and availability between 10 to 30%, reduced maintenance costs as high as 30%, also increased workforce productivity between 20 and 30%. Importantly, the visibility of regulatory compliance is sustainably improved as well. And of course, it's a great platform for data collection and sharing to empower those IoT applications everybody's talking about. Our customers typically see a payback between the first 12 to 6 months when implementing the solution. The solution provides an integrated operator workflow return on investment. Investors have seen the following improvements in their workforce when performing integrated operator workflows. Capture of non-instrumented data through your most intelligent sensors. Your people improve the equipment availability and asset reliability as well. They've also seen the consistent execution of best practices by a mobile workforce, the reduction in production downtime, also improve the equipment asset reliability, and also the innovation on the job training that insulates plants from sudden loss of knowledge. Looking at some examples of typical inspections, but not limited to the following, that addresses some of these challenges faced in different industries. So looking at environmental challenges, so we're looking at recovered oil tank inspections, water outfall inspections, then looking at the fire and safety challenges, building audits, fire extinguishers and blankets, also looking at the logout and tagout procedures as well, and then looking at condition monitoring challenges, so we're looking at vibration rounds, so reduce the maintenance cost and improve safety, also the seal flush surveys, which led to 66% reduction in seal replacement cost if we continue doing those checks. Also, valve temperature surveys, which can also leave with cost reduction in your maintenance as well. Okay, looking at the logistical challenges, so truck loading, unloading, rail car loading, unloading, tanker loading and unloading as well, and then looking at turnarounds, safety audit, work permit audit, so ensuring that the right work permits are in place, route inspections, work order execution can be linked to an EAA system, and also importantly scaffold inspections as well. Just to give you some examples of the typical inspections that has been built with our solution, but it's not limited to the ones that I've just shown. Now we're going to zoom into the key features. We now understand what the system can do. Now we're going to look at what and how it actually does what I just explained. To support all that functionality, Mobile Operator is a combination of hardware and software solution. It leverages the ruggedized and consumer-grade mobile devices with a suite of software for building procedures, managing scheduling, auditing your work processes and procedures, also building configurable reports to deploy to key stakeholders via email or downloading, and also finally your mobile execution of your procedures. So let's take a look at some of the application components within Mobile Operator. Firstly, we're looking at the Schedule Manager application, replaces the old scheduling function previously located within Procedure Builder with a calendar-based interface for workload balancing capability as well. We also have a new crew setup application that allows sites to create a rotating shift schedule component as well within the solution, and that will also match the current deployed schedule. This functionality will allow you to schedule your procedures based on a crew instead of just a particular shift. Then we also have the Auditor Plus application, which combines the capabilities of the previous procedure monitor and procedure audit application with the easy-to-use single interface. And this new scheduling capabilities supports the application along the new management type of reports is also available. So the Mobile Operator user interface largely is unchanged, but the new capabilities has been added for you to access procedures on demand as well as enhanced synchronization, which also results in a new and improved user experience. The new Workstation Mobile Operator provides a desktop experience for data entry that uses the same interface as a mobile computer, which is facilitating the streamlined training as well. So imagine delivering the best practice manuals, maintenance history, collaboration information, whatever knowledge and wisdom the operator needs to do the job directly to the handheld device. That's really how this combined software and hardware solution drives so much value back into your operations and maintenance organization. Adding mobile computing technology to the operator's work process. Routine equipment inspections and process data collection becomes opportunities to recognize early symptoms of failure and take actions ranging from immediate operator tasks to work order request. Let's focus on the procedure builder. So the toolbox holds everything needed to create procedures, and users can easily drag and drop the components into the designer area. The procedure items are groups where the asset assignment is done. Decision tasks and conditions can also be set up. There are 4 items. These 4 items are standard with any installation with Mobile Operator rounds. Configurations to send field collected data points to an external system is also easily drag and dropped into the task. Typical integrations are process historians, but could apply to any external systems as well. Integrations are extensively extendable and can be added by partner system integrators or customers. If the data will be captured by any external peripheral device, that designation is done here as well in the procedure builder, as well as the user will sometimes designate the type of reading the device will provide. Conditions are added to the task where trigger values are defined. Multiple and also unlimited conditions may be configured for a single task, and then also actions are specific actions for specific workflow steps can also be added, including additional tasks that the user can configure, and the system will do this based on two conditions. So actions are extensible and can be added by the partner as well, like I said. The schedule manager provides the ability to schedule procedures. You can also review the status of your procedures, past or future. You can review detailed statistics on each procedure instance, all via the same user interface. The schedule manager effectively replaces and enhances the schedule and the role assignment previously located in the procedure builder. The schedule manager also allows for the suspension of schedules for shutdowns or turnarounds as well. Users with permissions can schedule and easily drag and drop the procedures out of the calendar to begin the scheduling process. Existing procedures can be scheduled or edited in the same way. You can assign the procedures to specific role, specific dates, and it's all customizable in the solution. You can also see in the bottom of your screen the statistics of each of the procedures as well. The mobile application is used for execution for the user in a friendly environment that allows you to execute the assigned procedures and also sync the information with the mobile operator server. By adding mobile computing technology to the operator work process, the routine becomes easier and simpler. So also adding your peripheral devices to your solution as well. So you can see I have an inspection for a blower, and this allows the user, the operator to actually go in the field and execute the procedure and then save those values back to the mobile operator server and then sync those values, and then you can later on review it. Also available in the mobile application, you are able to view the different tasks. You can also see the history of your different values for a specific task. You can also do pan and zooming in the mobile app as well. So this allows you to and it gives you a rich user experience with the mobile device. You're also able to add notes, free text notes, and logbooks to your procedure as well. So this is above and beyond a required note that you've configured in your procedure. So you can also add notes. It will then be available as a log entry as well. And you can also trigger, like I said, mandatory notes to be added in your procedure. So if an operator needs to give feedback based on a condition that you have configured, that's also allowed or enabled in the solution as well. In your procedure, you can also create condition-based analysis that's immediately available in the field. So based on the input that the operator provides, you can then create the condition-based steps or logic in the solution. So you can set up your task, and you can then, if the operator enters the high oil temperature between 180 and 200, you can then kick off another check or another procedure within the one procedure. So this is all enabled or possible within the solution. So you can go from one procedure to another, and this also gives you the ability to put mandatory steps in your procedures as well. For enhanced situational awareness, you can also add dynamic limits, can also be configured. Variables can come from operator input or from third-party systems. So this is where you can link, integrate with your historian system or any other third-party solution, and then you can have enhanced experience in terms of your situational awareness. So if your fuel header pressure is greater than 1,200 psig, then you can then have that check condition set up. So if it's greater than that value, you can then do this check. If it's lower than that value, you can do this check. So this is all customizable in the solution in terms of your workflow that you want to set up. So looking at your enhanced situational awareness. So looking at the actions and the steps required. So you can say that if the oil temperature is above 480 degrees, the oil temperature should be between normally the expected conditions is normally between 150 and 160 degrees. So you check to make sure that the heater is off. Check the low cooler is proper operations, and you can then check the low level in the reservoir. So then the operator has to make sure they check those checks, and then based on the response, you can then do a condition. So the message can be the message text can be calculated or it can be delivered from the external system at a runtime. So as you are doing the checks, you'll get immediate responses based on the conditions that you've set up within the solution. So conditional tasks are activated on the fly as needed. So if the conditions are met, additional tasks can be activated or can be bypassed based on the status of your check or your task. You can also dynamically launch another procedure, or you can then trigger a work order request. So there are triggers available that you can use within the solution to enhance your situational awareness and give feedback or run this configuration at a runtime. So as the operator is doing his checks based on his inputs, the logic you have configured in your procedure will then be kicked off, and these additional steps will then take place. So you can also view existing work requests if needed, or you can create new work order requests. Once the operator has finished the procedure, the execution on the mobile device, they can then transfer those values or those check or the procedures to the mobile operator server. So this is normally, so if the operator is in the field and they have no network connectivity, once they have network connectivity, they can do a transfer from the mobile device that will sync the information to the server. So after the execution, the Auditor Plus allows users to browse the information collected and provide a final approval on that procedure. So the super users would normally approve the values that has been stored on that procedure. So once a procedure has been approved by using Auditor Plus, the information is then available by reports. So the reports is leveraging SQL reporting services. This allows mobile operator to configure, allow the users to configure custom reports and also download the reports and also send them or schedule emailing as well with the solution. So looking at some of the integrations. So the solution allows you to integrate with third-party systems, allows you to pull and also push data from those systems. Additionally, some new integrations has also been made available with the new release, and some integrations has been improved. So one of the improvements is with the Pi system. So there's a new way of integrating with Pi, where you can seamlessly pull and send data to the Pi system. Right. So you can see this is the standardized list of the integrations with the installation of the software. There's also some customized integration that has been done before by other customers. So you can look at some Primavera, some NUM systems, SIF reports, GE energy system as well, document management, just to give you some ideas of what is possible in terms of the integration with the solution. But in terms of the standardized supported historians, so you look at Honeywell's PhD, AVEVA Pi, AVEVA Historian, and AVEVA System Platform is all part of the standardized spec. And also looking at the supported EAM systems and CMMS is Maximo, SAP, and Info as well. Now let's look at the reduced cost of ownership. So let's say you have a multi-site deployment of the solution. How does the new release assist you in your cost of ownership? So let's look at how this has been improved in the new release of the software. With the release of the 2022 version, this allows you to do a single deployment that can handle multiple time zones, multiple cultural settings, and also languages as well. They've also added some additional languages to the language pack, which allows the users to natively view or run the procedures in their own language. This also reduces the cost of planning. It also drastically reduces the time for upgrades as well. So all the plant locations can be upgraded to once from a single instance. And this reduces the infrastructure requirements for only one database, and also one sync server is required. So no more having to upgrade or manage your sites on the site level, but you can manage them on enterprise level. So to graphically, just to show you what I've just said, so you can have multiple sites, different time zones, multiple languages, all can be managed from one single location. So you host a single deployment that can handle all the different settings. So you can also do enterprise reporting, and allows the sites to compare against each other to identify the areas of improvement, and also to gain better standardization or insights. You can also reduce the cost of ownership. And also you can, in terms of many SQL servers versus a single. So, and also many sync servers versus a few. This allows you to do top-down push of standards, and collaboration between different sites is made easier. Right. So just to show you what this looks like on the mobile operator app. So if you have configured a multi-site or multi-organizations configuration, once you log into the mobile operator or the management center, mobile app or the management center, you will then have an option to select your organization. Then you can also select your plant that you want to log into. So that will then give you access to the bases that you configured for those plants. So depending on how you've configured your access, we will follow the same rules and roles that you would normally do for a single plant configuration. So once you've set up your organizations and your sites, you can then, when you log in with your mobile application or the management center, you can then select the appropriate site and organization that you require. And this allows you to, like I said, centrally manage your whole solution or your deployment as well. If you ever wanted to create multiple procedures or use templatized procedures, so there is a way for you to create templates and run those procedures, or to create those procedures automatically. So this is a custom solution that is not part of the a standardized offering, and it is a paid for service if you want this to be done. So this allows you to automatically build just SOPs with procedure builder template manager. So this allows you to do component updates. So you can do manual changes made at the component level, and this will be automatically propagated to the relevant associate templates and procedures. You also have template uptimes, and changes made to the templates via procedure templates or PTM will be automatically propagated to your procedures. So you will have multiple procedures you want to easily deploy on multiple sites. So this will greatly assist you if you want to standardize in terms of your template, your procedures, and the way that you deploy them in your different sites as well. But like I said, this is a paid for service and does not come standard with the standard solution. So you can reach out to your local distributor or AVEVA to assist you in how you can get this solution as well. With PTM, this is looking at the dynamic procedure builder, so you can use a custom extension to build your procedures at scale. So like I said, if you want to do fast deployment on multiple sites, you can use PTM to do that. So you populate the Excel template with your procedure definitions. You then read the populated Excel templates to create those procedures in a mobile operator house, and you can then create them in bulk. And it's a one-time custom exercise which necessitates the close collaboration with the SOP owner, and this is a once-off activity which is done normally during the implementation of PTM. Want to know more about the AVEVA portfolio? You can go to our website www.iscubed.co.za. Thank you for joining me today.